Have you ever wanted to put a lot of pistons together but don't like how long they kind of all stand out? Say if you want to reach somewhere all the way down there. So far this is your only option, right? What happens if I told you there was another option? You see, that other option is to have a compact set of pistons. They look a little bit like this. This is 5 pistons. All here. They're all here in this kind of little space that takes up no more than sort of 3 blocks from your post. 1, 2, and 3 where I attach everything. It's a little bit different in the fact that it uses bearings and a controller, but I have 5 pistons here and they will all extend all the way out and they will still have the same reach. Want to know how to make some compact pistons? I'll show you. So like I say, this is what we're used to, right? We're used to putting pistons on end, on end, on end, on end, on end, and down they go all the way to the bottom. You can activate that on a button or a switch, however you see fit. Well, today I'm going to show you how you can build a kind of compact setup for your pistons, and I'll do it next to it just so you guys can see. Nothing too stressful, nice and simple. So your very first piston is nice and normal. Piston and block. And then this is where it changes. Because we're going to have to put some bearings on. So we're going to do a bearing and a block and a piston. And then we're going to come across underneath it. So we go block on that piston in order to activate that piston. Then you have got to go a bearing. And then you go 1 block, 2 blocks. The reason why we have to go 2 blocks is because this is where we're going to put our third piston. If we put it here, you're going to have trouble because you can't get the block on top of it and it's just going to cause a mess. So that's piston number 3. And then it's pretty simple from here. You just kind of scissor it. Block, bearing, piston, block, bearing, block, piston, and block again. Now finally, depending on what you want on this last piston, this is where you got to add in your final bearing. So your bearing will go here and your block goes here. And the reason why this is because we want to put things on this piston. Then you need a controller, and I'll just connect this all up so that they don't all fall down. And I connect it in the order that I want to go, so it makes it a little bit easier to understand it. You can connect it as you go across and install it. It might make it better for you guys to kind of work out what's happening. And it also helps the programming of the controller. So this last bearing, number 10. Okay. Why? So if I connect this up, stop it swinging around, we're going to be facing like this. And what this means is whatever we connect to all these pistons will face in the right direction. So if I have like a watering system or whatever, obviously I'd connect it onto here. I'll put my watering on, choose a timer, put my watering system on facing down, and we use that bearing to keep it facing in the right direction. If we didn't have that and we just tried to connect it to this block here, it's going to face downwards when the piston extends because you can't rotate it up. So what will end up happening is that block faces in this direction. And when the pistons fully extend, it means it'll be facing backwards. Might be a bit confusing, but you'll understand. So I'll put this here like this. And then just go into your controller. So what do we want to do? We want our piston to extend. Get it on the button. I find it easier to do it this way sometimes. So number 1 is piston, number 2 is bearing. So we want that bearing to rotate into the minus direction by 90 degrees. So 2 comes back to 90. So it brings everything up. Then all the other pistons can just extend. We'll just extend them nice and short so you can see. But obviously we've got to change the bearing rotations. So bearing number 4, bearing number 6, bearing number 8 will all be at 180. Now this could be minus, this could be plus, but it's all going to be 180. It's up to you which way it goes. Some people like to have it scissors, some people don't mind. So again, our current number 10 is facing down. And we don't want that. We want that to be pointing out straight. So obviously we've got to go and rotate number 10 by 90 degrees in the plus direction to keep it upwards. So if we go 10 plus 90, it rotates forward and it's pointing out. So now it should look something like this. If we flick the switch, this should zoom in. There you go. So it's nice and in control. So if we put a white block on here, these are exactly the same length, or they will be when you extend all the pistons out. It will extend all these pistons out. So now both of these columns, both this one and this one, should extend to the exact same length. They are exactly the same length. They both meet the wall, but obviously when you look, when we close it up, this side that's on the controller, look how much room it takes up. Look all that space you're going to save. That's just so much room. And it does the same job. It does the exact same job, only with this one, your machine will start on this white block. And with this one, the machine starts on this white block. So in real terms, you're actually getting a lot further with this compact system, because your machine starts so much further back. So for argument's sake, if I was to start my plants here, this is where I was going to start growing. I can set up my watering system. Starts here, and it doesn't activate until it, say, hits this block here kind of thing, you know? So we're already gaining space. Whereas with this system, if I was to start planting here, well, obviously I can't because it's further behind it. So we actually gain some reach by doing this compact system. It's the same number of pistons. It's 5 pistons. All 5 pistons all fully extend. And yet we get further with the compact system. It's crazy, really. But I hope that you guys can utilize that, and I hope that it helps. I know I have. And I know it's something that very few scrap mechanic YouTubers have even mentioned. But basically, just scissor your pistons. Obviously, you have to have one going out, and then the rest is like down, up, down, up, down, up, and just have it on bearings, and you're good to go. Nice compact system that'll reach a lot further and give you a lot more room to play with. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoy it. See you next time. Bye for now.